Yes.
Yeah.
They're like, we're dying.
Yeah.
I'm like, little do you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Howdy, everybody. It's me, Oren. This is a super secret meetup here at the Largo store for Goldflower. And I know I said we'll be here between 3 and 4, and we're here. But oh my God, that smells amazing. He opens the jar, and I got a whiff of this just now. That's the new strain, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're here. We're at Largo. Look, there's a new strain only being released while Ricky's here. Ricky Williams, live on the podcast. And we're gonna be talking about quite a few things. And the reason, what I'm gonna do, we're just gonna go live, and we're just gonna let it run and let it play, and we're gonna chit chat as we go along because he's gonna be meeting people. So I just figured, hey, let's just go live and see what happens. We're gonna be talking about so it's an herbal business that you and your wife have.
Yeah.
So we were talking about it quickly, where they have like loose. It's like they add things to pre-rolls or add to loose flower, things
It's
like.
flour, but we also have topicals and tinctures. And the general idea is that I studied herbalism. My first study of herbalism really was cannabis, and as I had more time on my hands to study herbalism more intensely, I studied all kinds of different herbs. And what I found is people that have studied herbs, they realize that if you combine herbs, you can bring out the positive things and ameliorate against some of the side effects. And thinking about cannabis, at least we call it medicinal marijuana, but most people aren't combining it with other herbals. And so I decided, let's do it. You know, and a good example is like pain medication. You know, and oftentimes, you know, they'll combine something to make someone alter their state with the actual medicine that's doing something for the inflammation or for the pain.
So in combination.
In
with
combination, right? There's you're lifting someone's mood while you're doing something to handle the physical discomfort.
Okay.
It's so funny because you're talking to the guy right now. He's always giving me so much information on like what you're talking about right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys are talking to the.
But it's amazing. So what him and his wife are doing? Him and his wife are doing. They're adding things like lavender, daffodils, or to the loose flower. But then you said there's also tinctures.
Yes, no, I had.
And
we had a headache. We had a headache.
So you're at okay.
Yeah.
Fresh lavender. So he was telling you picks. You live by a field.
I live in a lavender farm, so we have like tons of lavender.
Yeah.
And this time of year, it comes, so I'll
There's a
put
lot
them
of-
in my joints. Yeah.
And he puts it in your joint. So that's.
Yeah.
But that's amazing. I love that. Especially look like smoking using a rose petal, dried out rose petals, lavender,
Did you know some
daffodil.
people do, I've never tried it. They do onion.
Really?
Onion.
Onion.
I went to Dominican
If you didn't
Republic.
hear that, she was just saying that some people do onion as a wrap for.
They dry it out.
People don't realize that, but inhalation has been a way of consuming medicine for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Because
it gets to the
bloodstream.
blood.
It gets in the bronchos. It gets into the
Yes.
bloodstream really quickly. So if you want to find a way to get medicine in the body quickly, inhalation is.
Love that.
And that's true. And a lot of people are afraid of it.
Yeah.
But when you look at cannabis, multiple studies have already stated that it has no long-term effects.
Well, part of it is we realize that for hundreds of thousands of years, every day we were sitting around a fire, you know?
True.
What do you think we were doing around that fire? What-
Even if we were just listening to stories, we were still taking in. We were still taking in. Exactly.
And we were eating natural herbs. We were learning to smoke natural herbs.
Yeah.
But it was even before cannabis in combination. But it even shows in some of the oldest texts that they were combining
Right.
with the natural medicines, with the natural foliage, with the lavender,
It makes sense.
with sunflower, with anything they could dry.
Right.
But it would change flower, it would change feeling. So it was about the terps, it was about the aroma, it was about the flavor.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty fantastic. So you guys do a myriad of different products.
Yeah.
And also to quickly mention, so here at Goldflower, as you see, we've got the Heisman, and in that it's the 34. It's the brand of brands. The flower is delicious. And today we released, well, not today, but it's the Ja Ali. Is that my?
I lie.
I like. Okay.
I lie. Yeah.
See, I say
It's a
things
game.
wrong. I butcher everything. It's a game, though.
It's a game.
It's like not like cricket, but like a
It's similar
like a hockey cricket.
in a way, yeah.
Like it's cricket and hockey mixed together. So there it is. I'm going to say it wrong, but we're only releasing this while he's here. And you can get the eighth of flower right. I mean, it's incredible. It's delicious. I'll show you something else. It's right here. Oh, I was gonna put it down. If you can see the flower, that's it right there. Look at that gorgeous bud. That's insane. And we were talking earlier about how the flower is selected. So every part of this flower is you're responsible for. I mean, in the sense of like, as far as its taste, its smell, its effects, these are all really in your, you shape them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a cultivator, but I am a connoisseur. So I look for the best cultivators I can find, and I taste flavors. And when I find one that really jumps out, I say, I like this is mine. I like this one.
That's so, and that's so what you're getting when you taste the flower, you're getting not only the great cultivars that were, you know, like Troy. Troy's amazing. He's one of our incredible head growers. And in that, you're getting what flavors that he's looking for, the taste, the aroma. You know, this would be exactly what he wants to smoke. These are the strains that, you know, he wants to see on his dinner table, so to speak.
Yeah, well, I try to share flavors with people. You know, just because the average person doesn't have access to come and do a grow and say that. You know, that's driven by business decisions. And I think where I come in is I can say, you know, it's part of the conversation, but I can say business decisions aside, this is what I like. You know, and this is what I want to put out. But I think it benefits both people because it frees them from only being tied to what's going to make the most money. And it allows a brand to really come alive, something that people can resonate with. And, you know, over time, what I hope is people appreciate that whatever cultivars that we're putting out is it's going to be an experience. Because to me, I don't even say good or bad because we're all unique and we're all different. And what tastes good to one person doesn't taste good to another person. Good example. At the last store, the guy came in and he was excited to try highlight, and he got the bag, left with a smile, and he came back and he wasn't smiling. And it was a fascinating conversation. He said, do you know what's in the bag? And I say, yeah, I chose it. He said, this isn't. This isn't a natural flavor. This is a chemical flavor. And then I kind of laughed and I said, no. I said, the way that this flower is grown, there's going to be flavors that pop. Then I explained to him. I said some people are going to have a certain sensitivity to certain flavors or terpenes, and some people are not. And I said even though it might jump out to you, another person that smells this or smokes this, they might not even notice it.
No, that's true.
And so I said, you know, it made me think. I said maybe what we should do in the materials or on the packaging is give people information about the actual flavors. Because you know, people who are educated, they know all the terpenes, and people who are not, you can say it tastes like blank or it smells like blank. Like, you know, with highlight, we can say it. Right? It has a very citrus orange flavor. And
That's interesting. So instead of just going terpene and saying, hey, it's got limonene or citrulline or myrcene, instead say, hey, this one's really lemony and citrusy.
Because that
and
could be
pops.
confusing because when the terpenes start to dance, they have all these different kinds of expressions.
And they change and they develop so much. I mean, when you first start smoking something, it'll taste like one thing. And you'll first get those initial tastes, those initial smells. Like, I want to say the strain that he mentioned was a tropical cherry.
No, it was highlight, but the one that...
But he was saying it tastes like a tropical cherry.
Exactly.
And what he was tasting was this. There's something about tropical cherry that it's a little skunky. You know, it's a little not cheesy. I'm using that as the word, but it's got a specific flavor to it that at first you smoke and you're like, I'm not. But then you're like, wait, I really like that. You have to wait for it to develop. Kind of like a stinky cheese. At first, the stinky cheese may not be, you know, everything you're looking for, but as that flavor develops, it becomes incredibly tasty. And
I have a theory about this, you know, because people have very strong reactions, both in a positive way and in a negative way to smells. You know, because smells they bypass our mental, our thinking, and it goes straight to our limbic system. And so that's why someone might smell something and it reminds them of their grandmother and they have a warm feeling. But I was in Humboldt, and this guy, and I love hazes, and this guy growing a bunch of hazes, and he gave me a couple to try. And I remember going outside and I smoked one, and it reminded me of like throwing up. You know? And it like reminded me of hangovers when I was a teenager, and I
As soon
literally I
as you
had
said
to
that.
leave my clothes that I was wearing. I left them in the hotel room because the smell was so triggering to me.
Oh my God, really?
But here's another.
But like but not necessarily in a good way.
Well, it
But good
didn't.
and bad. 'Cause I've smelled
It
like
didn't
just what you
feel
said.
good. It didn't feel good, but what I realized because I had like it made me kind of physically sick. Yeah, and it lasted for maybe a day or two, but afterwards I felt like I had like gotten rid of something. So when people talk about being triggered, if you think about what a trigger is, something that's down there buried, gets activated and it comes into consciousness. And once it comes into consciousness, we have the ability to release it if we like. So it was, it's like
That's
talking
deep. Wait a second. That is some like seriously deep.
it's like talking to a therapist, and the therapist reminds you of an old memory, and then it comes to the surface, and then after you talk about it, you feel better. And I think something about smells is it can bring to the surface old memories that then allow you to release those memories. So it was healing. When we talk about how cannabis is healing, it was the first time I made a connection to how it heals through the
Because the terpene, the smell of it, the aroma of it.
Exactly.
So not even just the terpene or the flavonoid, not even through the smoking of it, just through the initial smell,
Yeah.
activated and triggered something in his brain. But then through that, it helped him release, that's so deep.
Yeah.
That is so huge. If there are any psychologists watching later, please put some comments in. That's incredible. That's incredible stuff. No, that's
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. And so again, we're just gonna keep going live. If anybody's coming in to meet, and we do have some people I think waiting in a moment, we're gonna let them do that as well. But that's really deep. And actually, to tell you, so there's a strain called Flow, FLO, and it comes from Afghani and Purple Top. But it's exactly that with that smell. It's like an old school skunky, gassy weed that reminds me of that stuff we used to peel off. That immediately, like, wow,
Yeah.
whoa,
Yeah.
and both good and bad
Yeah.
feelings came back from that.
Yeah.
And so, but part of it was the nostalgia.
Yeah.
And the immediate nostalgia of that strain,
Yeah.
of that, but so the tropical cherry, going back to that, either you love it or you don't.
Yeah.
And so, but even those who are not totally crazy about it
Yeah.
want to come back and smoke more.
That's
of
what
it.
I'm saying. To me, that's what I'm saying. Not good or bad. It's about the experience, right? Like I had a bad experience with those genetics, but I have a story to tell. And it touched me. It made an impact on me, and that's what I want all of our cultivars to do. All of our products to do is make an impact. Because something makes an impact on you, whether you like it or not. You have more clarity about yourself. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. When something's kind of in the middle, we're not really clear. So for me, I want someone to be clear. I like this. I like this. I don't like this. I don't like this.
No, it's exciting, especially with all the strains that have been coming out in the Heisman series. I mean, wow,
Yeah.
they have been flavorful. The terps have been through the roof, 3.6 or something on the just wow.
The Orange Bowl hit 4.2. Yeah.
It was yeah, 4% plus terps. And the Orange Bowl, when you talk about, and that's is sort of what the guy was talking about with the story earlier.
Yeah.
Because it was so orangey, because it was so super powerful, he's like, no, it can't be, it's not possible. And we're like, no, it's natural. So awesome. Yeah, isn't this great? Oh, that's beautiful. Check this out. Great display. Look at these. That is awesome. Right there. Loving that. Very cool. Very, very cool. Oh, and the cards, let me see one of those.
These are the same as the ones that are out here.
Okay, we've got some cards right here. We've got the Heisman cards, Ricky Williams. And check this out. Look, this is really awesome. Look at the back of that. Gives you a little story, gives you a little breakdown of what's happening. And so, and of course, we've got the story. I'll give you those. And we got the story right over here.
Oh yeah, the raffle. Pretty cool.
Oh yeah, the raffle. Definitely, if you'd like to come meet Ricky, and please come on in.
I'll give you some things.
So we got the raffle over here. We're going to be spinning it as we go. So as people come in, how you doing today? And would you like to spin the raffle and come say hi over here?
This is my friend Skylar.
Awesome.
This is my friend. She's
Nice to meet
visiting this week. So
Yeah.
I've just brought her to have along. But if you'd like, well, you don't have your bag card. You can't really do it alone. You can come talk. You can be social.
Sports stuff.
Okay. Awesome.
I did.
Awesome. Great.
Candy.
I like your story.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's great.
So we decided we're just gonna run the live, and that way, we'll see what happens kind of thing. Hopefully we can also get some of the bud tenders in to chit chat in a little while and just kind of see where their passions are, why they got into cannabis, what they feel about gold flower, and where that difference really comes together. So, and he'll sign those cards for you if you like as well.
Sure.
He's super awesome, really nice guy. This is actually the bud, so this right here you can get today.
I already got it.
Oh, you got some? All right, awesome. Very cool. Yeah, no, and just because he's here, you're able to. I think we're gonna drop it Friday. So Friday we're dropping this one right here. I can't. How do you say it again?
Highlight.
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 Highlight. Highlight. Okay, and it's a game, and I saw it. I mean, it's a cool looking game with a curved thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's absolutely awesome. So when you get a chance, and if you're in Largo or any of the locations around Goldflower, come by, check it out, pop in, say hi to the bud tenders, learn a little bit more about our strains, about how they can be used in combination. We love to talk cannabis, and we love to talk the healing powers of it as well. So, oh, that is the coolest thing. Can I see that little itsy bitsy football? Let me just steal this for a moment.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Look at this. Wait. Wait. Is this a finger?
Yes.
No way. I'm so excited. It only fits on my pinky. Look. Look. We're number one.
Just come over here, take a spinaroo.
Oh.
Okay. Do a spin until it feels right. Until it feels lucky.
Yeah.
Then open it up. I'm like, until it feels right. Then I'll do it again.
All right, open it up.
I'll take one of these.
See what it says.
Pre-roll.
Hey, he won a pre-roll. Great job. Congratulations. And you can claim that now, or they can put it in your record. Oh. So we're coming to you live right now from the Largo location, and this is really exciting.
Do we have this strain right
Yes.
now?
Yes, they can have it. Only while Ricky's here, and I can't pronounce it at all. I'm gonna try. Every time I've tried, I'm like totally butchered it.
It's called highlight. Look at it.
Every time I talk about it, I just show the word. There you go. That's what's going on. And the bud is gorgeous.
Yeah, you see? Can I?
Yeah, take. Even if you want to open the top, you can smell it.
No, I'm all right.
Yeah, that's delicious.
And it's a brand new drop just while Ricky is here.
And this was directly curated by him. He checked, the smell, the taste, the texture of this bud. It's gorgeous.
Thank you, sir.
And it'll drop again on Friday though. The actual drop is this Friday.
Okay.
So
It's like a little sneak peek.
Yeah.
awesome. See, and that's what's awesome about these cool little pop-up events. You get to try the flower. You get to try a sneak peek, an early drop, because it's coming out Friday. So there's 2 days early, and the smell is just intoxicating. I'm blown away. So actually, I'm gonna get a video of me doing a live. During the live, I think this is so exciting. Okay, so you know something? So this is live, Inception style. I am live right now, but I'm doing a video of me going live from the store. So this is the Largo location. Today is our secret, not so secret, quickie meet and greet of Ricky Williams, and we're going live to the socials so that people can talk to Ricky, ask questions. They can, we can ask the questions here as well. So super awesome. All right. Awesome. I do little videos and I'll put them together later on. I'll probably take like an hour's worth of video and I'll end up with 4 minutes. There's a lot of cut, on the cutting room floor. Of course, it's not like that anymore. Everything's digital, so it's not like you have a cutting room floor anymore. But anyways, yeah, this is exciting. So I'm sure everybody's getting mentally right, and everybody's meeting with everybody and wandering all over the place. On the live, I try not to show too much because of medical protections and whatnot. We don't want to show patients' faces unless, of course, they give permissions. And if I do videos with the phone, I've gotten their permission already. So I believe he's coming right back in. He's there somewhere. Yeah, actually, you want to take one? Take one. Look,
Okay.
yeah, please, absolutely. I love glass jars. Look, the second when you get your flower and you get your flower home, I'm always taking it out of the bags.
Flower I got today. Put that one right here.
Yeah, no, these jars are fantastic. They really are. I've got so many with different strains now, and you know,
Signature from what's is available.
yeah, we got some. You can win the hat. So you got the pre-roll though.
Yeah.
You're to the. You can win the hat.
Must have given me another spin on that.
You know, I think per purchase. So if you leave and you come back again, we'll give you another spin at the, like, you know, if you become a fresh customer. I don't know. I'm saying that would make sense. It's one spin per purchase. So again, say you left and you're like, you know what I forgot? I forgot something. So you're purchasing again. You're coming back in to spin. You can't see it, by the way. It's a like a bingo hall, big golden spinning a bob thing with great prizes inside. We're giving away trips to the farm, tours of the grow, which is amazing. We're going to be giving away free pre-rolls. You want a free pre-roll? And as well as we've got this awesome Heisman hat, this fantastic football that's been signed by Ricky Williams. So there it is. So we're here 3 to 4 right now at Largo. We started this a little bit early today. We just wanted it to run so that you can kind of see the hectic action of what's going on. And this way, again, we're only pointing it in this direction so that, actually, let me see if there's any chats going on. That would be exciting if there were. And still no. Maybe I'm missing it. Let me just,
Oh, yeah. Welcome in. I got your card so you can walk around. Yeah, sure.
people come in, feel like you came on a good day. You're getting a, so now we got people starting to line up and build up a bit to meet Ricky. And so in a little while, I'm going to be asking Ricky a few more questions. We were talking earlier about his culture in cannabis when he was in college. And he actually told me some very surprising things. We'll have him talk about it as well. And then the culture of cannabis, at least when he was in the pros, the culture of cannabis as he got into the pros. So, and a lot of times, look, it was demonized. He was even telling me a lot of times anybody who was a cannabis user, it was kind of like an outcast and somebody that was really on the outskirts of things, because much of the time, cannabis was back then. Now, the NFL and whatnot has become so much more open towards cannabis use, but in that, when he was in the pros, we were talking about it. And he had mentioned how it was really, you were an outsider, and if you were smoking, it was kept very quiet, so that your culture of cannabis was not open and friendly, but instead it was, you had to hide your use, and you had to hide, what you enjoyed or what you needed. You had to hide your medication. So the culture of it was quite the opposite from what I grew up in and what I experienced. So definitely being a pro athlete, the big difference and the culture that they are, it's created for them. So please definitely take one. We got some goodies in there, and if you want Ricky to sign anything, we got some cards over here, and I had one that, your chest, but maybe not. Let's.
Are we allowed to? I'll say, 'cause I'm a ball player, so I mean, I actually genuinely.
Do you have anything you'd like him to sign? I had one lady at the St. Pete location leave and come back with a jersey for her husband, a poster or something that she has memorabilia from Miami, and he was more than happy to sign it.
Now that I'm thinking about it,
He's super cool. I mean, he's.
I do have a Dolphins.
Do you really? That's awesome.
I love it when I go and sign it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm pretty sure. I have to go check, but
Are you far?
Indian Rocks Beach.
I have no clue.
I
No,
would
I'm-
say 20 minutes. I
all right, that's not terrible. I mean, 40 minutes round trip, you know,
think, because I got like footballs and stuff in my car.
and he's going to be here probably 30 minutes after. And if you've got a football in your car, you want him to sign. Again, yeah, we've got pens
Yeah, we're.
specifically for that reason. I think he just went to the bathroom. He'll be out in a moment, and we can have him. I was only kidding about him signing your chest. No, that's not. I mean, I did, just in case you were sitting there going, oh, hey, it's a great idea. No. And awesome. This gentleman.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, he's been good.
You come in here as a regular.
Yeah, I'd love to do it.
Yeah, I do too. And Patrick, Minister, is great. All the girls that meet are great. Everything's
That's what's great about this. It's such a awesome, close-knit type community that cannabis is not just cannabis under the leaf. Cannabis is it's our brand partners being more than just brand partners, being the brand itself.
Made my day.
Being so closely connected to it that the flavor and the taste of the drop of the flower is exactly what they are looking for. Like their input is 1,000%. So incredibly awesome.
Huh? Yeah. No, this is a cool job. So I'm just smiling. Smiling. Exactly.
It's hard not to smile. It's one of those jobs that you're here, you smile a lot. It was like everybody's smiling. There's so much smiling. It's hard not to smile when, you're selling cannabis.
It's cool. You're selling things that are gonna. It's what I was saying. Gonna have an effect on you. And I don't know, based on the effect it's had on my life, it's something that I would like more people to experience.
So, and by you saying that, though, the effect of relaxation. So earlier, I was asking him some questions about healing and cannabis, and kind of what brought him into it. And it wasn't so much the healing. The way when
it wasn't physical healing, because one of the things about being a professional football player, you're in pain pretty much all the time. And anyone who's sick or physical pain, emotional pain, if you're feeling a certain way, and there's certain kind of thoughts that right? It's like that physical pain brings your thinking up. But in the same way, when you're in a good mood and you're feeling good, it brings your thinking up. And I think being something like football that's so hard, it's beneficial to have your thinking up.
Well, you have to. You got to be positive.
Exactly.
Because look, it's a chess game that you're playing.
Yeah.
You're out there on the field, especially like he was saying. A lot of the training that he goes through, and the reason he needed cannabis so badly is, look, his job was then ridiculed after he'd be done working. They would then sit there and watch his job on video.
Yeah.
And then critique his job and critique every movement and every decision he made. They had to talk about it. So mentally, that it was a lot and he needed something to come down. He needed that mental relaxation, that reset.
Yeah, I love that we're doing science and we have scientific ways to talk about this. But I think sometimes we miss the common sense that is it's a good thing to feel good. Like I was saying.
Did you hear that? It's a good thing to feel good, and you shouldn't be afraid to feel good.
Yeah, when you feel good, you just have better thoughts, right? You have better thoughts, and you can see the bigger picture. You're more compassionate, you're more understanding, and that feels good to us. But more importantly, it also benefits the people around us. And
what I'm always talking about in the show, everybody, it ripples. No, please come on in. It ripples. Good frequency, good vibes. You push them out. And it brings good vibes and good frequency back into you.
Exactly.
So that's exactly because look, worry brings more worry, stress brings more stress, and you've got to be positive, especially when playing a game.
Yeah.
Being out in the field, and so cannabis helps. It helps get the bricks off your shoulders and create that positivity.
Exactly.
But I love how he said, let's keep it simple, people.
Yeah.
Let's be simple about it and bring it back to,
Maybe another spin.
Oh, you got another spin. Hey, we're gonna
Spin.
fantastic. You ready? Go for it.
we're gonna
Right, open it up. That's right. So for every purchase, you get a spin on this golden wheel. It's all right. I'll take one. I'm just gonna put 3 or 2. It's gonna take. I'm not looking. Well, it's okay. 'Cause they're both the same. Get another pre-roll. Congratulations. Thank you. Just won a pre-roll. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Get everybody
People
together.
people don't think about Scorpio this way, but Scorpio is a sign of cooperation.
So
It's
for every purchase today, it's a free spin of the wheel, and there's free pre-rolls, there's trips to the tour or tours of the farm, there's the football already signed by Ricky. You know, just
Gemini move.
I don't even know what's in there. There's the hat.
You got to change the subject.
Just right there, you got spin. You got a little handle right over there. I'm gonna hold it down. Go for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels right. It felt right. Yeah. I'm gonna open it up. Here we go. And go for it. Reach right
Here's
in.
the question you asked. Right? Here's.
Okay, let's see what you got. Pre-roll. Yes. Yes. So take that and you can redeem that. I think if you want to go right over here, then they can do it now, or they could put it, I think, in your record for later.
Don't say blue. Say what would it take? Because that's an open
So
question.
people are winning prizes, and you got Ricky Williams over here. Just super awesome. Hey, it's Dylan from the Ocala store.
Everybody's got a price. It's true. You just
Awesome
gotta
sauce.
ask.
Welcome.
And then you got to decide, am I willing to pay it?
We're gonna have to get this at your store as well,
Go
Dylan.
for it.
Are you ready for it? You feeling it? Go for it. Give it a little twisty.
I went to the casino last week and it wasn't good.
It wasn't.
And I promised the rest of the family I wouldn't.
Okay, excellent. We are excited. Here we go. All right, reach right in. That's right. Whatever feels right. No, it's we wrote something, you know. But there's a myriad of different prizes. What's up, man? What do we get? What do we get? It's a pre-roll! You got a pre-roll. You take this to them right over here. They can get it for you now, or they'll put it on your profile for later.
Well, thank you.
No, thank you for, by the way, for coming today. And isn't he awesome? He's a sweetheart. He's a great guy. And means well and is really doing so many different things. Yeah. No, good people. Good people.
For Dayton Beach Casino. Yeah.
So,
So
super
right
awesome.
there. Yeah. You know. So I worked for Dayton Beach for like a year.
You guys are welcome to doing it.
Well, we're going live right now on LinkedIn and YouTube. And then later it'll be rebroadcast on Facebook. And we're facing it this way so that nobody, you know, so everybody is safe. Yeah. Oh, no, we appreciate you. Unless you'd like to come on it, then you're like, no. And that's the great thing about this, you know, we can have this, you can be able to see Ricky, see the store, but we're not, everybody feels very comfortable this way. And so we're going to definitely try to come to you live more often from some of the Goldflower locations, like Sebring. Sebring is the bougiest, Gucciest of locations I've ever been to. Giant fireplace. They've got flavored waters as you come in. Just wow, yes.
I traveled to the St. Pete store.
Oh, you went to St. Pete? Wasn't that nice? That was it's a gorgeous store. I love this though. And the people here are awesome here too, aren't they? Well, they're awesome there as well.
You know, I ask lots of questions and they're very helpful.
I love to hear that. And that's, did you hear that? So she just said it's a science. And it is. It's a science that you fine tune for the individual. The individual is, you know, we're all different, like our fingerprints, and we need to direct the medication individualized, because whatever I'm smelling right, it smells so good.
Even doctors call it practice.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, thank you. And thank you for coming in. This is the excitement of what we're doing. This is, you know, we are so excited that we have this opportunity with Ricky, and we're really be able to see where he comes from and what's influenced him in the cannabis. And all of those influences we try to represent in the bud. For example, like the one I'm not going to pronounce because I'm pronouncing it terribly, but if you can see this bud, look at that. Look at that. That is an enormous bud, and it smells so amazing. Just, oh, Just incredible. Incredible.
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
Very nice to meet
Yeah.
you. Just want to thank you. I'm a ball player myself. I'm currently a free agent. I'm about to sign another contract. I'm about to play Aroma football. Harris
Hey, what's up?
I played receiver in college. Yeah. I actually just transferred to quarterback 2 years ago.
How was that?
University of South Florida. It's honestly, it's been wonderful. My career's been, but I played quarterback a little early on, so it wasn't like I was brand new, but
Yeah.
definitely been good, man. But like I said, I appreciate you. Like, I work at Cookies, and it's actually kind of funny to see the that's kind of come through now.
It's huge. I mean, especially now that, so it's something he was talking about earlier with the culture of it. They used to have to hide it and they would feel like outcasts. But now that the NFL's accepting it and it's just opened.
We were literally just having this conversation, my father and I, about you like 10 minutes ago about that.
And now, right, and now you're going to see all these pro athletes coming out saying, no, this is what I need to help mentally, physically, in so many different ways.
That was the biggest thing.
What did you, you know, because it's either this or Ambien and Vicodin.
You know,
Well, no, that's,
or ibuprofen through your liver.
Yeah.
and right, destroy your liver and destroy your stomach. And
I had an ulcer.
Yeah,
I believe that. Because my cousin had the same damn problem.
we're talking about how they had an ulcer because of the ibuprofen, the aspirin, the pain medications that they have to take. By the way, you can eat cannabis raw. You can eat cannabis raw to help heal your stomach. Just want to throw that out there right now. So any bud high in THCV, good CBGA, CBC, if you eat that bud, emaciate it, chew it until it's absolutely juice, and then you swallow it. It's able to get into your stomach and start healing some of the damage done by pain medications, ibuprofen.
I always wondered, for like a Bucks fan, what it was like in Philly fan or first year.
So I imagine it gets pretty loud in here, and hopefully you're able to hear the conversations. This gentleman didn't want to, but he works over at Cookies, and you know, talking about how over there, even they're starting to see an influx of pro athletes and whatnot. But like here at Goldflower, they see that it all comes down to quality. And they were talking earlier how they haven't gotten this quality in so long. This is what, and remember, we deliver. Just reminding everybody.
Also,
So, Dan,
first home team, they have a home
how
team.
much does a Heisman thing cost?
What the hat?
Not the hat, the lanyard.
You know where the lanyard. All right, he wants to know how much the lanyard costs. Listen. The lanyard is like an arm and a leg. No, I don't want to look. I don't want to lead you on and make you feel as though the lanyard is like, you know.
You're killing me.
No, take it.
Thank you,
Take
man.
it. I want you to take it.
Hey, I saw the guys just drop when it came out as a brand, and I was like, "There's no fucking way!" Like Ricky Williams has got it. And here I am,
Dude. That's what I was so shocked yesterday when they gave us the opportunity and said, "Hey, he's going to be at St. Pete and Largo." I'm like, shut up. Okay. All right, we got to get there. I
literally got off work at 3. I worked at Sunnyside around the corner, and I was like, "There's no way he's gonna be at right around the corner." So yeah,
Dude, and I'm so happy we bring it to Largo.
oh, absolutely,
Dude, Largo needs more attention like this.
They really do, in the sense that the market itself, like you have a lot of older people, but they don't know enough about the education of it. And I think that's the
They
biggest
need to
thing.
feel comfortable with it. And the more comfortable you feel, the better purchases you make.
Well,
But it's the comfort of,
It's-
it's not just learning it. Look, you can make tea. They don't talk to the older generations about that. When it comes to concentrates, they get scared. Because look, it looks scary with a big torch and
the big torch, or why does it look goopy? And it's like,
but then you show them the proxy and show them how easy it is to use it. So that's why we try to normalize it.
Yeah.
And this area needs more of that
yeah,
normalization.
that's what I'm doing in my shop. Like honestly, with
Hear
some
this?
we have a lot of patients that come through. Education is the biggest thing.
See? And look, this is something that we've been pushing for forever, but it's hard to get education down their throats, isn't it?
It is.
And I say it like that because I know it's mean,
But
but
if you can approach it where it's like, hey, what are we trying to treat today? You know, and then they go, I have anxiety.
did you hear what he just said?
You know?
Not selling a brand. He's selling the treatment. He's selling the solution. Right there. Boom. That right there was gold.
Yeah.
That's what you need. You need more education like that, and you need more people with an understanding and a love.
Hey,
Right, one more. Boom. Thank you. That's awesome. That's
I've been at it for
absolutely
5
awesome.
years. I got you, man. I got you.
See that, and that's what Largo needs, and that's what Largo is all about. This is awesome. So,
Yeah.
Ain't nobody get that anymore.
I should have been better prepared. I see Ricky brought a drink and mine's too far away. And there's a Starbucks right next door, but it's too far. It's too far away.
I picked it up, by the way.
Oh, you did.
Oh, you got some.
I had to.
Yeah.
Bro, when I heard highlight, I'm like, literally, like, this is home.
Yeah.
This is, like, he knows where I'm from based on Dania and all that.
Yeah.
Like, look, for real. So I worked there for a year, and they opened up the new casino at Dania.
It's such a
Yes, I'll be
close
gone.
country.
It's nice now.
Yeah.
Like, they redid the whole highlight there. It's still playing. But for a second, they were worried, like they were, going to lose it. The only reason they reopened the casinos because of the highlight.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. So
Wow.
they got crowds.
Really?
Yeah, man. So my dad used to go to that highlight in Dania. When he was 18, he used to go to South Broward.
Yeah.
He goes, they used to sell styrofoam cups. You paid $2, they'd fill it all the way up with beer.
I actually got married right there.
Did you?
Sure did.
My dad got married to John Lloyd.
Sure did.
So that's cool, man.
And by the way, if you have any questions, by the way, thank you, Dylan. If you have any questions, get right on, ask questions, and I'll ask Ricky any of the questions that you might have. If there's anything you'd like to know, now is a good time to do it. We're going to be doing this until 4 o'clock, maybe a little bit later. And hopefully, again, after Ricky, maybe we'll talk to some of the bud tenders as well. But this is a great opportunity to really be a part of more than just the process. Be a part of more than a brand. We were talking earlier. It's not, look, you've got brands out there, and brands are easy. Brands, they just, but when you got somebody so involved in the brand and so part of it, and that the flower selection comes down to him being personally involved with it, it makes such a huge difference. Huge, huge.
Can you give me a card? Like I got to. Somebody called.
That's awesome.
Here you go.
Perfect. Thank you.
Nice to meet you, man. Nick, what's up? All right, my dad is a chief farrier, and he just got out of surgery.
Yeah.
So me going home with this would be like his.
What did you have surgery on?
He actually got like a sleep apnea implant.
Yeah.
One of this new age type of stuff. It's kind of like a pacemaker.
Oh, wow.
So whenever he's sleeping at night, if it kind of senses that his airways are closing, it'll
Yeah.
send a pulse and it'll open up his airways.
Oh, wow.
It's actually a pretty cool.
Does it help him sleep better?
Oh yeah, I mean he's had sleep apnea his whole life.
Yeah.
So a lot of the whole stop breathing and all that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you've heard it from the other people. I grew up watching you and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's really cool to meet you.
Yeah, well, thank
And it's awesome that you're in the cannabis industry.
Yeah, I love it.
It's awesome.
I love it.
And I can't wait to try this. I'll probably try to buy some of this ASAP on Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Friday's going to be the actual drop,
Yeah.
but I don't have any flour until Friday.
You have no reg.
I have no reg
Yeah,
until
no.
Friday, so I want to try it. I'm like so excited,
Yeah,
and
it
I
looks
can't.
amazing, yeah.
It does. Look, did you
Frosty.
wait? I
Didn't smell it, yeah,
Oh,
we smell it.
it broke. Here, there you go. Smell.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Oh yeah. That's amazing.
That is just like
NFL.
I dropped it. Look.
It smells wonderful.
That is insane. That is wow. Just gonna throw that out there. We're just gonna okay. Yeah,
It still looks good.
it still looks good.
Looks good at any angle.
Oh, it fell?
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
No. It's totally my fault.
Oh, it's glued.
Oh, well, not the bud though, but the base is okay. I don't know.
Oh, no, it's...
No, not the top. I took off the top and
Oh, it's okay.
I did it. I did it. I'm taking blame.
It's okay.
So yeah, it looks good again. They fixed it. That smells just incredible.
Yeah.
And for bud to be able to smell like that right
That's
out
my
of the
thing. As
tank,
soon as you open it, it should hit you.
that's what the aroma. Look, the aroma. That's right there. That's bigger than your terps. It's bigger than your flavor. Yeah, absolutely. Please come on in. Come spin the wheel. And are you feeling lucky?
A little bit.
Do you feel like you've trained for this?
Not yet. I didn't even know that much was going on today.
Zero training. Did not even know this is going on, and now he might win a prize.
Hey.
We're excited. Go for it. Spin. Do a little spin right over there. There you go. Feeling good on that. Excellent. Spin. Superb. Let's open this up. Here we go.
Radiated positivity right
Go ahead and pick one, please. One of the golden tickets, and hopefully the golden ticket can win one of the golden prizes. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's a pre-roll. Yay!
Congratulations.
You can play it now, or you can put it on your record, depending on how everyone do it.
And do you know?
Actually, right over here, they'll be able to take care of you.
Put on-
Congratulations! Didn't even know about this. Didn't even train, and you won a
Is it
pre-roll.
all the same?
I think so.
I guess.
Hey, thank you for coming.
There's one for this.
Okay, so there is one for
There's
that. All right,
one for
that was
that.
my question.
There's one.
3 for the grow tour.
Okay.
And then I think the rest are probably.
Okay, pre-roll.
Something
Okay, got
at
it.
this point.
That makes sense.
And I found these.
By the way, I want to say thank you everybody for joining us today.
Just the
Oh,
smallest
you look.
thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, I found one of those earlier. Yeah, look at this. It's right there. Look, look, look. It's the smallest Heisman pin.
Smallest.
It's tiny.
know what I just did with those two.
It's like an earring. These are earrings. These aren't pins.
We want to get more. Yeah, oh, you got it. Oh, right there, right
No,
there.
I'm saying they're so small that they can be earrings.
Thank you everybody for joining us today. I just wanted to say I really appreciate everybody coming in and watching us live via LinkedIn and also live via the YouTubes. We will rebroadcast to everything else later on. But thank you for coming to join us today on, you know, highly motivated,
I'm like,
secret, quickie pop-up podcast today, from 3 to 4 or from 2:30 to whenever. And so again, thank you for joining us. We have Ricky Williams here, the Heisman himself, the highest of the Heisman.
Stay high.
He stays high. He does. And so, you know, okay, I want to ask, and we were talking about it a little bit earlier. Do you smoke ratio products?
I do.
Do you mix your own, or do you buy flower that's already like a 3 to 1, 1 to 1? Because the discussion was earlier, like I smoke a lot of weed, and we smoke a lot, and high THC.
What's going on?
How you doing today? No, please come on in. That's what it's all about. So we were talking about high THC and how high THC on its own, if I'm just smoking that all the time, after a while, it doesn't create an anxiety, but it doesn't quite do the same trick all the time. High THC kind of wears off for me in a way. But when I start smoking ratio products, like a 1 to 1, like AC/DC or Mandarin cookies or a Doctor Who or something like that, the 3 to 1s, you know, a mix with a CBD to THC ratios, that I actually feel higher. I feel more, I mean, like more of an entourage effect. And maybe because of how my body's processing the CBD and processing the THC.
When I was at
I just want to say I appreciate you coming too. Support you guys. I'm at Cannabis down in St. Louis.
Wait, where is it?
It's called Rasta Cannabis.
Rasta Cannabar. Okay.
So I work for a company called Nothing But Hemp.
Rasta Cannabar, nothing but hemp.
Yeah. And they got a shop down there. Helping out, starting to work down there. And they're selling like tinctures,
That's awesome.
or seltzer, beer, you know.
Okay.
All with infused THC. And
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting stuff. That's definitely the future of things. So,
that's my cousin.
which is awesome. We've got people from within the industry, at all different aspects of the industry, coming in, getting gold flower, coming in to meet Ricky, coming in to buy some beautiful, beautiful bud, hand trimmed, organic, living soil bud, and that makes a big difference. Living soil is a big difference because if you're using sterile, dead soil, what do you think that's creating in your flower? But with living soil, it's creating life, it's creating magic in your bud. That speaks everything. So, and by the way, just to let you know, you guys are awesome. You guys handle, look, you guys have been handling this crowd with ease. Look, this man right here hasn't broken his sweats.
Yeah.
He's just been
That's right. You
just on it.
But I think it's clear.
And so many new faces. I didn't even see everybody the other day.
I come here every summer.
So I come into a lot of all the dispensaries. I visit, and I like to meet the bud tenders. I like to find out what they know. Maybe I can learn something new sometimes. Learning about the strains, learning about their different products. And actually right over here, which I'm not showing you, on the other side, they have a concentrate bar. So it's a big giant refrigerated window thingy, and they show the batter, our live rosin batter, and then soon we have the jam coming out. When's the jam coming out? Couple weeks, huh?
August.
In August, the jam, and then same with the full melt. So the jam and the full melt are coming out at the same time. Do you hear this?
I want to tell you
Just, no, I'm not going crazy. I'm not. No, we are going to go crazy. I'm going to try to keep it calm and relaxed. Now, full melt is hash. So, we are going to go crazy. No, we will go crazy. Pretty.
Hey guys.
Yeah, I was we're gonna share it.
You're just out here working.
Yeah.
Just working. Just working. Look, this one. Yeah, I decorated it so I don't give it away.
Like grab. If you want to like.
You got some more pins? I got the tiny. Well, I got a tiny Heisman.
Yeah, we got cards right here. We got.
You don't have any. You have any more hiding?
These are nice and good. Then I have a Suno in my car.
See. So we're all comparing what pins we have, and to see what.
Yeah.
By the way, did you hear? I hope you guys heard about the full melt and the jam, and that's coming in August. That's wow, super incredible. So really excited. So really excited to have such a great crowd coming here in Largo. Largo is there's a lot of retirement communities around us, but it's not just about the older generation learning about cannabis. This is an incredible transit point for people on the way to work, on the way home. We're right next to a Starbucks, so it's super busy all the time. And that's what's great about this location. People can get their coffee, they can get their cannabis. I was talking about it this morning on the morning sesh. A little coffee and cannabis go together. So in that, so earlier question I was asking Ricky about high THC. And, so do you find smoking just high, because you know how everybody's really pushing the high THC standard.
Yeah.
And which it's not a standard. It's not about high THC. But even though.
Well, I will say, like anything, there's genetics, right? There's genetics that produce high THC. There's genetics that produce a whole bunch of different flavors. And to me, if you're only looking for high THC, you're missing the whole spectrum of experience. And
Spectrum of the experience.
yeah, because all of these chemicals, they have an effect on the body. I think the more sensitive you are to the effect, it behooves you to educate yourself on the effect, because then you have more choice.
Now, but being a person who you smoke a considerable amount, and you smoke by smoking a lot, we were talking about, do you smoke ratios to feel more of that body high, or feel more mentally part of it, or do the ratios? Do you feel higher with ratios, or do you feel more? Because I smoke a lot of high THC. And I enjoy it, and it just after a while, it just seems, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'll smoke a 30%, like, whatever. But then I'll smoke a 50-50, like AC/DC, and I'll be like, wow.
Yeah.
I feel a little high. Like I take a couple of hits out of that. It's like, wow, that really hit me.
Yeah.
More than even a 30%er would hit me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people call it the entourage effect, and that's a fancy word, but different things hit us differently at different times. That's kind of nature, right? You can have a friend, and 1 week you have a conversation with a friend, and the way the friend hits you is one way. You have a different conversation with the same friend the next week, and it hits you a different way because you're in a different space.
No, because the same strain can be different for you.
Exactly.
Like if I'm smoking Blue Dream all the time, and it's nice and I like it, but I don't like to buy too much of the same strain at the same time.
Yeah.
Only because I'll be smoking it, but it may not be what my body is looking for.
Here's an example of Blue Dream example. All right. So I haven't smoked Blue Dream in a while, and I smoke it, for the first time in a while. Next thing I know, I'm in the kitchen doing dishes, and I'm vacuuming, But if I'm smoking it every day, it doesn't have that same. Have that same.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But then if you smoke something else, another strain with similar terpenes, have you noticed how all of a sudden it comes right back again?
Yeah, that's true.
But it's just a different strain because you just have to shake it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So again, it's good to shake up your weed. It's good to change things up. I like to buy like a quarter ounce at a time of one strain, but I'll have a few, like an ounce or two on hand.
Yeah.
So you can bounce back and forth to different strains.
Yeah.
And I'll do that with the ratio stuff.
Yeah, I'll usually have 3 or 4 different strains at the same time. There.
I like to keep it exciting.
I like to keep it fresh. Exciting not necessarily, because if I go to the dispensary and there's something that I've gone to before and I know it's gonna hit, and then there's something new, it's gonna depend on how adventurous I am.
Okay.
I don't like that feeling of getting home and like being disappointed. And I think that's any.
So do you think the hype? So do you think the hype of the plant, like sometimes people come out, you'll get great advertisements, great graphics.
Yeah.
And they're going to tell you, it's so gassy, it's so cheesy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to say some of our competition will really hype it up, and then I'll go buy it. And just like you said, I'm afraid to be disappointed in it, but I'll smoke it. I'm like, oh, that's harsh.
Yeah.
And it's like, or it's not what I was looking for.
Yeah. So on my side, because we're a brand, and the most important thing that we do is partner with cultivators. So if I'm not so much looking at the strain or the genetics, I'm looking at cultivate. Because what I've learned from my own personal experience,
See, that's interesting.
but it's a process, right? You start with a seed or a clone, right? And then first most important thing you have to do is you have to grow it, right? But then that's half of the battle, right? What happens after it's grown and it's harvested? What happens to maintain whatever nature, right, has done? That's just important. So if I'm with the cultivators and I see that one, they know how to grow, check, but they know how to take care of the flower up until it gets to the consumer, that's just as important.
And it is.
So I know the process of how they determine what they're going to check and say this is going to the market. And I've been around some cultivators. It's a business decision about what goes to the market, and there's some, and this is what I prefer. It's a reputational decision.
Okay.
Right? I don't want to mess up our name by putting junk out. And those are the partners that I want to.
No, because it's about quality.
Not
It's
the NFL,
about
not the NFL.
quality.
In the NFL, if we're running plays in practice and the plays don't look good, they do not make it into the game plan. Coach will say, throw it out.
So,
Throw it
okay.
out.
It's really interesting how the correlation between the two, though, especially where, the plays don't look good, get rid of it.
Yeah.
Same with the strains.
Yeah.
Look, we just did a pheno hunt, and the pheno hunt was the double banana fuel, and we mixed it with all of our top strains, like Emerald Apricot and Mountain Hood Magic, and just amazing. But it was not amazing in all those strains.
Yeah.
There's
And it blew my mind. Going with this idea of taking one and then crossing it a bunch. As you smell a lot of these in the same day, you're starting to see what works
the
and
little
what doesn't.
different,
Yes.
and that's it. In those strains, there's such little differences. I mean, you could have 5 of them in front of you, and immediately, they don't. Smell it again.
Yeah.
You smell it again. It's what your nose picks up on.
Cascade Orange, one of them, when we got the Orange Bowl, it's like the orange just jumps.
Just incredible.
And another one, Durban cross, the Durban jumps out, and the orange is so faint, but it's right in the same.
That's his.
It's the same way, right? We had kids growing up, right? Their brother and sister, and we'd say, "Are you guys sure you're related?"
But it's the way, right? It's the way the genes kind of,
Exactly.
and it could be so like look at Gelato 33 or something. That was the 33rd phenotype, 33rd plant. And within that, there were probably 33 different strains or 30 strains in front of them. And they're like, okay, that's number 33. That smells the best. It had, it's okay. I'll put it back together. No. That is fantastic. Yeah.
You might have this with your kids, right? Where one of the kids looks just like the mom, and one of the kids looks just like the dad.
You get the same strain differences like that in cannabis when you grow the same plant, but then you mix it with other strains.
Yeah.
So other parents coming together. And actually, so Troy's also been going backwards, trying to find the original lineage of Durban poison.
Yeah.
Which that's been amazing. I get so
I
excited.
guess if you back cross, it'll reveal itself.
And that's what he's been doing. It takes a while.
Yeah.
And that's one of the little side projects but that's the great thing about medical cannabis. You can have these side projects to find original lineages. Great, but I think in some of these amazing crosses, the double banana fuel, like this one, wow.
Banana peel.
Yeah, that's delicious. And so only certain ones work, and it's really amazing how you have to make those decisions. And so the same like with this one, you chose this one, but in that how many of the phenotypes that you have?
So for this one came out, I think we had like 12. We had 12, and it's a good problem to have. But it wasn't like one was way up here, one was down here. It wasn't even about quality. It was about what was more distinctive, because the quality of all of them, you can find flavors and connect to each of them. But for me, I had to say, okay, which ones really jump out? Which ones are distinctive? Which ones do I feel are going to have a greatest impact on someone when they open up the bag or they open up the jar?
Going dang. Yeah.
It leaves an impression.
Well, and it leaves an impression. We opened it up like over just to put it in the jar. We opened it up, and the smell permeated the room. I mean, everybody just stopped. They're like, "Oh, what is that?" And that's the smell you want from cannabis. That's, the old school, you open up the bag and you're like, whoa, that's what I want, because that's what attracts you in. And even through smell, you can smell things and tell what your body doesn't want. You can tell what doesn't work for
The
you.
nose doesn't lie. Yeah.
No, the nose
That's
doesn't
it.
lie. What I'm
People
always
trust
talking
it.
about, trust your nose.
it, right? You smell something and you feel good. There's a good. It could be in my imagination, but yesterday when I was smelling all the different cultivars, it got to the point where I felt like I could just from the smell, I could tell what the effect was gonna be. Like almost like I can temporarily feel what the effect is gonna be.
Well, you
like
can't.
from the smell.
The aroma and that terpene affect you immediately.
Yeah.
That's what kicks off. So a lot of times, if you're going to have a good full plant medicine, you're not going to feel a lot of those effects until those terpenes and those aromas kick in.
Yeah.
And it's like it's the catalyst that makes it blast off. And now your body's like, oh, that's what I was looking for. So just in the smell, he was already going, oh, I could already, like, almost nostalgic.
Yeah. Yeah. It's powerful.
That's pretty big. That's deep.
Yeah.
That's we're talking deep cannabis today, people. This is deep cannabis happening right here at Goldflower with Ricky Williams on the Highly Motivated podcast. And again, thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you everybody for coming. We're still going to be going for a little bit longer, and this is awesome. This is definitely fantastic. And there's people coming in getting the strain. Pronounce that again. What is that? That's good. I wanted you to pronounce it.
I like.
I lie.
How to pronounce it?
I lie. I lie.
I would not.
High lie, which is a game.
It's a game.
It's a very interesting game, and so very awesome, very groovy. Highlight just like that. You had it then.
It sounds wine. It sounds wine. Is it Caribbean?
It's
Indian,
I don't think so.
It's Indian?
like
Is it like cricket?
Pakistan. It's like a cricket and a
Do you play?
hockey.
This is what it looks like.
It's like hockey and cricket mixed together.
You might be too young, but there's a
Racquetball
show when I was
and-
growing up called Miami Vice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not that young.
And okay.
I am that young.
But it was a big.
37.
That's young. That's too young for Miami Vice.
You know,
In the beginning of it, in the beginning they had like it was part of the opening scene because it's big in South. That's how I learned.
yeah, that's right. They showed it in the credits. In the opening credits, that's
exactly.
right.
Yes.
In the opening credits, they showed this game
Yeah.
in the Miami Vice with Don Johnson, which I honestly just a little. I always try to give a little myself. I wanted to be Don Johnson. I had a pink jacket. I had a white jacket. Listen,
Today for the Brady Shin.
and I used to go out with my buddy Solo, and we'd hit the clubs.
Yeah.
And I'd be wearing this white jacket. We'd pull up in a black Jaguar.
Yeah.
We'd get out of the Jaguar. We'd get out of this Jaguar feeling super fly. Me in my white Miami Vice jacket, or some nights a slightly pink Miami Vice jacket, and the shirt. And it was just,
Doing it. You were
dude, I was.
awesome.
There's a reason we don't dress like that anymore. I think I still have the white jacket somewhere. So, but awesome. So, by the way, in the comments over here, I see we've got Dylan. Dylan is working over at the Ocala store,
Okay.
and he's very excited. So, we're anytime when you come back again.
Yeah.
You said October.
I'll be back in October. Yeah.
Okay, so October. I got to find out when we're doing it, but we're going to be doing Dad Day
Yeah.
at the Glass House or the Glass Factory in Jacksonville, and we're doing a haunted house.
Jacksonville.
Yes. Incredible. Y'all heard that now. We're doing a haunted house. It's going to be the most haunted of haunted house. It'll be most dabby of dabbiest haunted houses. That's what we're doing. So,
Yep.
and we'd love to have you if you even want to come to the event. I mean, they're fun. They're a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
I love those
They're
events.
very dabby. And so hopefully so you heard it here, you heard it now. We're going to try to get Ricky to come with us to Dab Day in Jacksonville. That's going to be fire, yo. Absolute fire. So Dylan, you heard that. And then while he's there, we're close enough to the Ocala store. We're going to have to stop and do like a live. So I know you want us, and by then your bud bar will be up. So they have a huge bud bar being installed right now.
Yeah.
Taking up like from here to there, the whole wall. So it's going to showcase all of our strains. And that way you can come up and you can look at them with a magnifying glass.
That
You
little
could
thing
smell
where
it.
You can push the little thing.
Yeah.
When the smell comes out.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's fantastic. So yeah, this is what it's all about. And again, if you have any questions out there and you want to find out anything from Ricky, we are here taking questions as well. So before I forget, I was talking to my dad, and the reason I asked you about the culture of cannabis,
Yeah.
at UT. So my sister went there,
Yeah.
and So you look at two separate sides. She was immersed. With that, she graduated valedictorian, or cum laude, whatever, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I know shit.
How'd you end up in Texas?
We lived in Texas. We lived in Sugar Land, right outside Houston.
I know Sugar Land.
Yeah. And so that's where we lived. And so she was up in Austin, and I love Austin. Kirby Lane.
Yeah, Kirby Lane.
Oh man.
That's
The best queso.
Yeah.
Look, if you're ever in Austin, you go to a place called Kirby Lane, and the queso is flipping legendary. Just throwing that out there. It's 6th Street. I don't know if 6th Street's really is it still hot?
For the young kids, but now it's moved to West 5th.
Okay.
West 5th, West 6th. It's just moved a little bit.
Well, it's so funny how
3 blocks.
years right.
Yeah.
Streets move over. 6th Street used to be like everything, like in Houston.
6th Street is still 6th Street.
It's like still touristy, I'm sure. I mean,
100%. And the kids.
it's like in Louisiana or the French Quarter.
We call it Dirty 6th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in Houston, you had Westheimer.
Yeah.
And then Westheimer died out. It became Richmond.
Yeah.
And all the clubs and all the places and all the bars to stop at were like literally like just a few blocks over.
Yeah.
And
I know West.
yeah, see, we go back a few years. We used to wash our cars, get our haircuts, and drive so slow.
Yeah.
I mean, you could walk faster than we were driving. We had the low riders.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
just people switches, so they have switches on their cars, and their cars would jump, and that was awesome.
Yeah. That's so cool.
But so to me, all right, so my sister was more on the side of cannabis culture, and so you going to that same school, it was almost demonized.
Yeah, well, for the football team, you're in a bubble, and if you get caught, you could lose your scholarship. So it was there, and so when I did cross over, it was close. I got, after I won the Heisman Trophy, I was introduced to Willie Nelson, got to go out on his farm and like really be around it. Got to smoke on the bus with him.
So it's once you won the Heisman Trophy, things kind of started changing.
Well, that's really when I started. That's really when I found cannabis. That's why I named the brand Heisman, because I don't think I would have won the Heisman Trophy if I hadn't found cannabis. Now, I was having a really rough start to the season, and I came back from my senior year to win the Heisman Trophy. And the way the season started, it wasn't looking good. And my roommate said, "Here, you need to smoke this," and he passed his bong over. I remember going upstairs to my loft, and I sat on the bed, and for a moment, I wasn't obsessing about all the things that I was doing wrong,
Breaks off your
And I
shoulders.
started to see, imagine myself playing better, right? Following 2 weeks, back-to-back 300-yard rushing games, and put me back in the Heisman race, ended up winning the Heisman.
Wow, that's huge. So cannabis, I mean, directly being responsible for, I think, a huge shift in your life.
Yeah.
And so it brought him to a whole different level. It got bricks off of his shoulders. It got him to be able to breathe and think, especially during such an incredibly stressful time. Because I'm sure that stress was changing the way you play.
100%. Well, I just realized, that you said you used the word responsibility, and I think responsibility and cannabis come together when I think of, at least for me, being responsible for my mood. Right? And even if it's not cannabis, if it's going for a hike, going for a walk, eating your favorite thing, being around your favorite person, I think once we realize that we're all responsible for our mood, then we start to become more aware of the things that put us in a good mood and the things that don't put us in a good mood.
You are responsible. You manifest it. You create it. You decide if you want to be in a good mood or in a bad mood.
Yeah.
You do, and you decide which direction you're going to go. But a lot of times, it gets away from us. Like the stress and the pressure and the responsibility of what you were going through. So you were in the running for the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah.
And there's other people that are in the running for this as well. And so it depends on how he's playing. Right there, right then, they're watching him directly. That's pressure.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure.
Well, I think the homeostasis, right? Because to me, when I think of how cannabis actually works, the word that comes to mind is homeostasis. But homeostasis means coming to a balance. And if what you're doing is really stressful, okay, right, then you need more homeostasis, right? And so I think there's this balance of this is why our tagline is spark greatness, because anyone that's achieving or moving towards achieving greatness is dealing with a lot of stress, because you don't become great without stress, which means you don't become great unless you learn how to deal with the stress. But it's the combination of both. So I found when I as a smoker, the times where I push myself the most, physically, mentally, emotionally, right? that's where I receive the most benefit from cannabis. When I'm not doing anything and just consuming, I don't really get much benefit from it. But when I'm pushing myself and working towards something,
See, that's different. See that? No,
I have
that's
that
actually
too.
a lot deeper than you realize.
Yeah.
Because a lot of time when I was just smoking,
So we
and
have
not doing
like your-
anything behind it, I wasn't. I mean, I wasn't unmotivated, but I just wasn't. I didn't care. I didn't care to push myself. But if I was already pushing myself, like I do every day, and already have a goal, already have a larger picture,
yeah,
then every day that cannabis felt so much better.
exactly.
It worked more.
It's helping you.
It's helping more.
facilitating you, right? It's helping you reach your goals because
100%.
you tell them what to do. That's to me. That's the biggest thing about the stigma is people don't give themselves permission, or it becomes difficult to give cannabis permission to help them improve the quality of their life. If your whole life you've been told this is bad for you, this is bad for you, it's difficult to make that switch, even to appreciate the ways that it's actually helping.
Especially with the stigma that you had to grow, that you were involved in.
Yeah.
It's not just that stigma, but it's the stigma that you had growing up.
Yeah.
Cannabis is bad. It's it's the
also
devil's
the
lettuce,
it's also the stigma of when you're a young kid, right, especially African American kid, all of the adults say don't screw it up over drugs, So it's even more, it's huge.
well, like you were saying, look, if I got caught with it, I could lose my scholarship, and someone's gonna get an ass whooping.
You imagine, I know, just right, and not even by the parent, but just for everyone. And I went through this, for how everyone looks at you, because the main imperative is don't throw this away for drugs. And then you come back and it's like, what happened? I threw it away for drugs. And that's where I had my do or die moment where I had to say, is this story true, or do I decide what story is true?
See, and he decided the path of his life, the direction of his happiness. And so after the Heisman, and so you won the Heisman, you met Billy. Did you smoke? Wait. This is very important shit, people. Did you smoke Billy's weed?
I have smoked Willie's.
Did you smoke with Billy?
Yes.
Okay.
It
No, I
was,
just-
it was in Houston. So
Really?
This was
Okay.
2000. This was 2004. It was January of 2004. January of 2004.
Got to smoke with Willie.
Super Bowl. It was the Super Bowl in Houston, and Willie did an event. And after the event, I went onto the bus with Willie, and yeah, it was really strong.
That is all. It was really strong.
That's what I remember. I remember he smoked all of us under the bus, literally.
He smoked everybody.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm
Man, I'm so jealous. I want to smoke some Willie's weed.
Oh yeah, my statue over there.
Hey, how are you? How you doing, guys? Good to see y'all.
So what you guys up to?
Oh, we're just hanging out, signing autographs, spinning the wheel.
Yeah, absolutely. And or if you like, even this sign right. Look at this. Aren't these awesome?
Yes.
And he can make that out to you personally if you like. And now, while you're here, would you like to come spin the wheel? Not the wheel. What is this called? What is this called? A raffle wheel. So it is a wheel. It's a different kind of wheel. You feel good about it? Excellent. Here we go.
Kind of like bingo.
Yeah, yes. Bingo! Actually, I just love running in the bingo halls screaming bingo.
Makes sense.
Oh, okay, wait. You're gonna trust my eyes.
Oh, well.
I guess pre-roll. I guess.
Pre-roll! Yay! Fantastic job. Now we do have other prizes in there as well. There's a lot of pre-rolls, but you can win, of course, the hat, tours of the farm. There's many different things going on in there. So it is actually. Go again.
Again?
Go again.
Yeah.
No, just go again. Nobody knows. Nobody knows I'm letting her go again. Nobody. We're good. Okay, feels good. That was a little better, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We're giving her another opportunity.
Practice.
All right, go for it. Just what feels right? It's got to jump at you. Okay, here we go. Yes, I am loving this. This is a tour of the farm. A tour of the farm. Yes. Yay! Fantastic. If you can go right over there, they would get all your information. And it's a tour of our grow. And you can also talk to our head grower, Troy. Look, any questions you have, and I think you can bring somebody with you. Maybe. No, maybe. It does smell so good. Well, congratulations. That is fantastic. She just won a tour of the grow. That is exciting. So we've been giving out pre-rolls today. We've got a tour of the grow. Yes, I'm going to keep that one. So we can't give away too many of those. I'm just so you know. I'll keep that away. But awesome. Look, that it does smell good in there,
Yeah,
doesn't
it
it?
does.
It's beautiful. You walk in
They were
there.
harvesting yesterday. Too.
Oh wow. I was there while they were harvesting the El Chivo.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to cry a little bit from joy. I stood there. I was like, oh, it's just so nice. And they were dry. And then we went into where everybody was drying, hang drying. And look, it's all about the dry. It's all about the cure. And it's when he was talking earlier, it's all about your cultivar. You can have a great strain, but if you have a cultivar that can't grow that plant properly, then your end result, it's going to be okay. But when they care about it, when they love the plant, they love the strain, and they love growing, they're going to produce a really beautiful plant. And then the cure and the dry really brings it together.
And he still watches the dolphin?
Yeah. Just missed it.
We had to meet the grower. We had Troy actually over here. Well, look at this. Now you get to meet him, and now you get to have your own personal tour of the farm. This is exciting. Okay.
You really get a way better.
And again, if you have any questions, let us know. I'm gonna go check the comments. No comments. That's quite all right. Let me.
He's done with it, huh? No, I think he's about.
This is fantastic, though. And again, thank you everybody for. Oh, there are comments. Oh, let me just look. This just tells me to check things. And okay, so I gotta go back on that. So there's no volume. Okay, It's like a parent. Like you see how they can see me on the phone. I was taking a video earlier while on the live feed, and that was kind of like a paradox. That was like an inception moment. So awesome. We have somebody that just won a tour of the grow. We've been giving away pre-rolls throughout the day. The flower is fire, super fire. And I do want to remind everybody that we deliver. So if you can't make it here to the dispensary, we do same day free delivery. Free same day delivery. Just throwing it out there. I want you to know about this. That's how it all started. That's what we've always wanted. We've always wanted people bringing weed to us. So I'm letting you know you've got the opportunity. Free same day. So if you get the opportunity, get to the website, do the appy wappy on your phone, whatever, yo. Just get in there. If he remembers the guy in the sling at the Sebring store. Do you remember the guy in the sling?
I do.
He does. He does remember. Was that you, Dylan? Were you wearing a sling? Did somebody break your arm? Did someone? So awesome. Awesome.
Yeah. Of course.
Wait, would you guys both like to be in the picture?
Sure.
I'll take the picture. Absolutely.
Yeah. Go. You come on this side.
Where's Jake? Jake. Yep.
Big smiles, fantastic. We're gonna do one more.
Yeah, Jake.
Excellent, loving it, loving it. You guys are naturals. Fantastic. There you go. Thank you. You're welcome.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Doing some pictures, and this to me is very exciting. It's very exciting because we're doing something a little different, and this was a last-minute type of event. And I'm really glad that so many people have gotten the opportunity to come meet Ricky. And so earlier we were at St. Pete. He had a lot of fans there, a lot of people very excited. And it was very exciting to see the smiles on their faces and see the joy for them to meet him. And so it was a joy to watch that. And it was a joy to be able to see that raw emotion and to be able to see, the excitement in people. It was really something. It was really fantastic. So anyways, we're here, Largo, Florida, Goldflower, and this has been a big hit. And by the way, Ricky, I just want to say thank you.
No, this was great.
Hey, thank you. This is fantastic. Look, this was and we're gonna go ahead and probably end the stream in a little while. We're just gonna kind of let it go, but I wanted to thank you and thank everybody for joining us, and it's been pretty awesome. And we're gonna dive deeper too. I mean, when I say that, we're gonna get you in October. Hopefully, we can get you to that day. I think that would be insane.
That would be great.
I do. I think you would enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think you'd enjoy that interaction with the client base as well.
I would too.
And be able to see, how much they enjoy your product.
Have you ever had that experience of just taking like a big dab and someone trying to talk to you? So you're like, it's like, just give me 1 second. 1 second, just 1 second. How you doing?
I do. I know that entirely.
Good practice. Okay.
That was, as soon as I put that out, I was.
It's shocking.
Roger,
Shocking.
I was gonna ask him, hey, can everybody open up one of the highlights display? He didn't answer. I was gonna toss it.
Ricky is the man. Keep killing it out there. You guys are awesome. So, anyways, thank you again, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, Ricky, and everybody have an awesome day. We will definitely see you guys later. Remember, our next one is Friday, 8 o'clock. You can find us live Friday, 8 o'clock. So thank you again for joining us. Everybody have an awesome day.
For trying to spin the wheel.
Oh, come on in. Yeah.